Hey there, golfers. This is John Moraski Golf here. We're at the lovely coronavirus Mountain View, California short game practice facility here. Of course, we've got a weight room back there. Yeah, that's Corona closed. So, today just going to do a little bit of self-review. Try not to goof off too much and make this informative and whatnot. Don't know how the view is going to be. Yeah, be good in there a little bit now. So I wish that I could show the hole, but we'll show the hole in a little while. It's my self-review. I think every golfer should do a self-review. Maybe make a golf video to yourself when you're working on your game. So, I've loved this coronavirus thing. I'm very lucky that I rented an apartment where to have this putting green because golf courses are closed, so I have no place to practice. So it's a good practice place right here. But you want to find a way when you're working on something to remind yourself what you're working on, okay? When you get out on the course, that's the time to do. And the more you reinforce what you're actually working on, the more you'll be able to do things to enhance that, right? And I think that's how we gain some consistency. Try to gain some consistency. Just to be clear, I'm like a low 80s golfer. And, I play really good. I can get in the high 70s. And, but that takes a lot of work, honestly. That's, for me, pretty high level. So with the putting, so I love what I've achieved during the coronavirus. And just can I go step through step from the ground up. One of the first things I'm focusing on is having a strong base. So I've actually started to tilt my toes in just a little bit. I want to feel these glutes fire back there. So I'm very stable. So that, we're more focused up here. Second thing is something I picked up from Kevin Kisner, which was great. I'd never really thought about this as a golfer, but he talks about stacking your body joints, right? Took me a while to figure it out, but I think this is what Kiz means. And I don't think we have to worry about Kiz seeing this video, but if I'm wrong, please clarify by all means. Feeling the balls of my feet, lining those up, my knees, my hips, guess on up to shoulders. Of course your spine is all part of it, but basically your joints, these 4 joints, I can feel what that feels like. And when I'm firm in the bottom, and then when I stack up, I'm finding that I'm always sort of in one position to strike the putt, which feels great. I'm also very stable, so I'm tending to, I'm a little more consistent. Like, I'm hitting 10-foot putts and, I know I'm going to be somewhat close to the hole because I have, worked out my stroke, my stability. And then when I rock the shoulders and hit it solid, I know what I'm going to get. I think the third thing I've worked on, let me grab these balls here, just 1 second. I think I've also really starting to hone in. I'm really starting to hone in on the club face and exactly how it hits the ball. So if I just look at the face of this, I got a Scotty Cameron that feels amazing. If I set it flat, the face is actually open. So I've been testing that out. And okay, so when I tilt it just this much, the face is closed. And, a lot of putters are really forgiving. I like a putter, this one's very precise, not forgiving. But, it really tells me. So I can see a big difference. So I've really committed to this idea that, lay it flat. Okay, there's a little bit of loft on it. If I just gently strike this ball, it has a certain feel to it. But I'm finding that if wow, that went in and the face was open. Oh, Lord. Don't go down a rabbit hole. All right, coincidence. But so when I lean it forward here and make sure to hit the ball with a square face, very good putt there. It has a different feel to it. And it goes a little bit farther as well. So I would need to go to a lab and try to figure out, and I will. Actually, I'll come back and follow up on this. I'll go to a lab when this corona thing passes. So that's the third thing I'm doing. Next thing, my grip. So, I just wanted to kind of get stable. I don't want to over grip it. But two things have really helped. One thing, throwing my right hand into this palm and then gripping around it. For a while I was trying to come up with a new grip. It was too much. I think I just need to naturally hold the club. But I do need to get this firm. So I'm finding that in this palm, right here, first. And I'm also noticing that I'm using my left hand to pull and my right hand to guide. And I think that's been a big deal for me to commit to a feel around the club face. If my feel is, and yeah, I do just want to do a pendulum and rock, of course, but that can't be my feel. My feel has to be between the ball and the hole, right? It can't be somewhere up here, right? The issue is between the ball, the club face, and the hole, right? Club face, ball, hole. I can't be thinking up here. So it's also just the rote repetition factor that I've been coming out here to this putting green and just putt after putt, and I'm sticking to my routine. I'm not just hitting putts to see what happens. And I'm not trying things and getting a certain result and guessing it like, oh, no, it's about my focus and what I'm trying to do and what I've determined. And sure, I could take other steps and I might test other steps along the way, but it's important, to know what you're doing. Then I guess the last two things for me has been some body lock tips that were online with the coach. And the one I really like is in the wrist, because I've always had a hard time with my club face. I think stroke looks really good right now, just checking it out. But my hands, by dropping them down a little bit for me, and when I set up, this putter is actually on its toe, right? But when I have my hands bent like this, from here they kind of go anywhere. You lock them down. If you feel right here, this is extreme, and I'm going extreme. I don't think I would actually putt like that. But right here you can tell that, the club can't go much anywhere. But when you have them up here, it's easy because the club can, move right around in your palm. So I'm firm, body lock here. Okay, and the next thing is a little Phil Mickelson thing. There's an article, I think he said all great putters do this. One I picked up on was having your hands high. So I have my firm base and come down here. So see, my hands are high. This would be low hands for me. Low relative to my body. This is actually high, right? You see with, my good posture. My balance is perfect because I've lined up my joints, right? I'm here, I've got my lock, I'm in my palm, I got the lock, face is closed, and then from there it's just a simple stroke, just really rocking the shoulders, right? So that's the stroke. So I think the second part of this journey for me is the way that I walk into putts. So before I would, and I'm sure that I'll still play like this on the course. I mean, this is my routine, my habit. But from here, what I would do before is line up a line behind the ball. Pretend you guys are the hole out there. I see my spot on the ground. And then I would kind of lose focus of the ball and the hole. I would zone in, spot on the ground, reimagine the line, okay? And then just try to putt the ball over it and trust it. It's a good way to putt. It is. So it worked out good there. But after a lot of experimentation, I found out that I was kind of short-circuiting maybe some of my bigger talents that might allow me to catch fire and make a lot of putts during any given round. And so for a couple weeks now, and since during this coronavirus thing, I am focusing on the ball, the line, and the cup, right? So just I'm in, visualizing like a road or however you want to see it. Okay, I'm just staying in touch with that road. All right. And so during my whole process now, I'm staying connected to the ball, the line, and the hole back here. Still going to look for spots along the way, but my primary focus is to see the line. Okay, so here I still feel connected. So there's my base, there's my right hand. Okay, I've looked to the line and visualize it. And just a little pop. And I pulled that one a little bit where it broke down the slope. So I'm gonna try that once again and we'll aim out a little bit right, okay? See the line, step in, firm base. Okay, my hands are high. And that's a much better putt right there. Really firm, really solid, called it in the middle. So yeah, that's about it. Really just a note to myself. All you golfers out there, we all miss golf right now. So keep the faith. Hope everybody will be healthy. And, holler at me if you find this helpful. Have a creative day.